So here's a couple of projects I'm working on. I ordered this this PMA from Missouri Wind, and it came in as a wired for DC. You can see it doesn't have the AC plug coming off of it, so I've got to take it apart and disconnect the power coming off of here and run the plug out here, take it apart and stuff. Just I didn't specify, so I got what they had on the shelf. So here's a project I'm working on. Here is a I'm gonna have a piece of plexiglass on the top. This is gonna mount the plexiglass, and I'm gonna bring the What's Up beater up so that it actually sits on top of the plexiglass. That's why it's all safe. So out of the PMA is going to be the 3-wire crazy AC 3-phase. It's going to go across these terminals, and then this is a brake switch, which what will do is it feeds back the signal, the AC, back to itself, so it slows it down during high storms. It can be in an off position for servicing and on position for this is a 10 amp switch available from Radio Shack for about $20. Now this is the rectifier. This will take this 3-phase, run it through here and convert it over to DC. It can be wired for both 24, 48 or 12. It's not defined. It's really defined by the batteries that are going to go across this terminals here. That's going to define how everything's set up. Now you can get these wired for 24 volts or 12 volts or 48, and it's probably more the size of the wiring, but I don't know exactly what the internal shifts are. But you want to make sure you specify exactly what you wish when you get it. And of course, you know, it comes with the lock washer on it also, but it doesn't come with the stabilizer pulley, which don't know if I have it handy. Yeah, they have this stabilizer pulley that goes on the end of the shaft, and might look a little better than that. You know, that helps stabilize the hub that's going to go on here if you're using it as a wind turbine. If you're using it for another application, then so this is actually my work area. It's not as cool as the kids have a little place where they burn things. And this is my little work area, kids area, cooking area, a little workshop area. Someday I'm going to have a shop that's indoors, but this is how it is. So these are kind of my projects right now. This is going to be relocated to another location, and I'm going to install a PMA on it with a probably a 13 blade from Wind and Solar, and we'll see what it could produce. This is only going to go up another 10 feet probably, maybe a little more, but it's a really nice way to fancy a tower. It has some stability to it, and then it will get also guide wires will go off to the ground away from it, so that it'll help stabilize it. But it's a neat way for one person like me to move this all around. This was something I wanted to show. This is what I've been working on. If you see my other video of my vertical axis wind turbine that I had on this tower at one time, I hadn't quite got it to work the way I wished it to work. So I'm working on making it a a paddle wheel that I can put into the water on a stream and generate some electricity with it. So there'll be paddles, probably something that I've used before for my wind, and they're gonna go on these spokes with some brackets so that I can use it to sit into the water and you know, generate some electricity. So this PMA has this plug coming out of it. This is how they ship them. And then I put a plug on it so I can run an extension cord over to my thing. I might change this over to a twist lock at some point. So this is an 800 watt PMA. You can see it has a pulley on here, a fan blade, and supposedly when it runs it will push air into the coils and help keep it cool. And I have this way of engaging. These wheels are actually from a cart wheels which I had ordered from Northern Tool. They're a 3/4 inch shaft and they've got a bearing built into it, although I don't really use the bearing because I lock it down onto the shaft so that my bearings that are in these hubs really are what keeps the shaft moving. This 800 has too much cogging, so I'm switching it over to that smaller one to see if I can get less drag on this. This was an idea that I got from Jeff's video on his his exercise wheel generator, which using a turnbuckle to actually put force on it. Usually you're pulling it together, but it's a pretty clever way of adding tension, you know. So if I hook it up I could probably get, you know, some power off of this, but this requires too much to move it. I don't think it's going to move in a stream, no matter how much force I got. Well, I guess if I have a lot of force, but if it's not a lot of force, I want it to still turn. So this is a little project. I thought I'd have it done in a heartbeat, and it goes on because I just want to get it right. So yep. And that's about all I have to show you today. Today I'm going to be building a little project, and I'll do another video for it. This wheelbarrow here for community farm that I work at, I'm going to build a compost sifter that's going to sit on this wheelbarrow, and I'll show you that in another video.